Because he's Joe Burrow. You, but you did all your training on Prodigy? I'm going to press it now. Hold on. Press it right now.
It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, it's a rematch of last year's hard-fought AFC divisional round matchup, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard
trying,
line.
man.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped in,
I did, man. It was hilarious.
In last week's game. One of the great coaches in football.
It was hilarious, man.
Protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Allen from the gun on third down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Allen. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Now Ball loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
You talk about this Bengals defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. And shutting him off now open field. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. But he was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
He was just there, man.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum there.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. You look at this Buffalo defense, they find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Allen going to throw. And here's another interception.
Get the fuck out of here.
This first quarter. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Bengals
That's
will
some
take over here
bullshit,
at their own 12-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Oh, my God.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
What kind of
After
stuff
1-7-0 on EA Sports.
What the fuck? You're blowing up my shit, man. Yeah. I ain't never seen no shit like this neither, man.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And
it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Allen now on 1st down. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I know, but we'll take it, bro.
This offense
you picking
finding
up
its
every
legs
fucking
now.
thing I
Here's
throw.
another 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. And from his corner spot, that was James Bradbury on the defensive side.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a stoppage here as we've got a bill shaken up on the play.
Come on, man.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
It went on kick, too.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Nah, the broadcast on Twitch and kick.
Burrow will throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. The Bengals sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run. Winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing now. Burrow on first down.
Oh, my God.
Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own
I saw the lane. I just couldn't get there.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They run the counter with Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
Oh,
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. Inside the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think
know.
Were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
It wasn't
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time
This ain't
pick
good
6.
right now.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the
Like
touchback.
I can't put nothing together in this game, man. Nothing at all.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off.
Bullying me.
21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. In motion is Hardy. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's a win.
Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Big.
And oh my goodness, here's a fifth
Tipping it to yourself
interception.
and shit.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because
Yeah,
we're used to
but-
that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or
you
less
make it
talent.
good on yours. I ain't
But a
doing
quarterback
shit
of
with
his
mine.
caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Watch.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now
Eagles.
Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
Now they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And Mixon going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Mixing up the middle.
Oh,
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
man, I'm broke,
right
bro.
now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put
Like
on the
everybody
boxing
else.
gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play here for Buffalo. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And he makes the score 21-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
I gave you all them lead. I gave you lead, man.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Hey, you know how my games are, man. You will watch them.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going.
Well, you can't
now
say
you got to have a short memory
okay,
here.
I got this too.
Don't focus on the interception.
But
focus
not
on what came before it and get back to it.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Looking deep here for Chase.
Oh, my God.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Ain't nothing I can do about that.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow.
Oh,
and that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. third. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Felt like shit in the first half, man.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Yeah, I threw it over his head, boy.
But it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
To throw, it's Allen. And now here's another interception. Dexter
I cannot throw shit.
The Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions.
As soon as the ball went in the air, it just did whatever it
Isn't
wanted
it
to do.
hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Looked like he was trying to bounce it out.
Oh, man.
Success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Oh, shit.
I feel like you and I could be in our back.
This shit's weird, Prodigy.
What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening
What?
there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead.
Game,
it
man.
really is. You try and get that peek
Fuck
to know
this
where they
game,
are about
man.
whether you should
This
fair
is
catch it or not.
bullshit.
But sometimes you just have to have a
game.
sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though,
What
you
the
catch the
fuck
ball
is
and
that?
put it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
Yo,
And he
what
works
kind
his
of
way
bad
forward to
strategy
pick up
you
4
doing,
yards
Prodigy?
there. Second
What
down.
kind of shit is this?
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even
I've
thinking
never
about
seen
sitting
no
on the ball
shit
right
like
now.
that
They
in
may
my
just want to
life.
run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start it up again.
I'm
So I
about
think
to
he may want
say,
to keep
man, you
it
catch that too?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute.
I have
That's
not
great
been to
work
win
with the
this
ball
game
in the
after seeing
air.
that
Never
shit.
gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Evans running straight ahead. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
A 38-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up.
Yeah, I want to see if they're going to bounce
You're an
off
offensive
way back.
coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Ooh.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Nah, it's a running
The Bills on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On play action, Allen.
That nigga just sitting there. Like, he didn't even run his route.
Complete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers
just
and
stopped.
stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It's tight end. He's supposed to go straight across. He just sit there, man. He's like, Nah, it's okay. I lost this game. I lost this game the first half, man. It's all right, man.
There's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo.
This is not my game.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly
that's
how
all
they
right.
scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if
Wow.
they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Again, a run with Evans. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second down and 3. A give up the middle to Evans. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it. One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball.
You done fucked up my defensive recognition. my overall defensive record. Oh shit! Gabe Davis is gone for 8 weeks. Dislocated ankle. Mm. Oh boy. I, that's one of my favorite targets, man. You fucked it up. Ah, oh my God. Well, I ain't gonna be able to sign his ass anyway. Let me go over here. Depth chart. No, I'm gonna advance it after I'm done. Hold on. Okay. Nah, he left, man. That was a horrible game. Every everything that could go wrong went wrong. I never seen somebody punt a ball and spin back like 15 yards forward, bounce off of me, and he gets the ball and get the ball back. That's the craziest shit. I've never seen no shit like that. Yo, that's some Madden shit, man. That's some Madden voodoo code he had going on. That's crazy shit going on in that game. I couldn't throw. I couldn't do nothing. Maybe 31-10. But you can advance it. Uh, I don't know. Let me look. Yeah, 48-31. Yeah, he played him. Scored 48-31. I send a message. All right, you can do it. I just advance it. All right, let me go advance this right now. Hold on. Everybody. Let me, but you did the win loss, or do I gotta do it? All right, all right, all right. League schedule. Let me see. Away Titans. Okay. Uh, Larry home. Okay. None. Okay. Uh, home. Okay. 0. Okay. Away. Yeah. All right. That's right. All right. Oh boy, that should be a game. Yeah. Damn, man. I'm under siege. He threw like 5 picks. I don't want to blame nobody, man. Wow. Oh, that's crazy. That's gonna. Oh man. Ugh. The Jew just came on. What's up, Drew? Wow, you missing everything, son. Damn. Why they got me getting this nigga? Dalton Greenwood. Like, why? I'd rather get this fucking tight end, bro. Oh my god. But you should though. What, 100%? Yo, awareness A, play recognition A, pursuit A. What the fuck? I know he's nice. They got Philly Mo getting one of the top five quarterbacks. Yeah. What is possible, man? After the game, after the game I had, I feel like I don't know, man. That game was shit.